Hey guys, hold on a second. It's Joe Tyburn backup account here. And today I am going to be doing my first update video since February. And this is stuff I got since February actually, so it's going to be a lot. This is part 1, and I'm going to do part 2. Well, by the time you see this, it might be Sunday, so Monday, yeah. It's going to be a vinyl, CD, and cassette update. I actually got some cassettes. I got a bunch. So, yeah. Got some record. We got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vinyl records, 1 CD, and a bunch of cassettes. So, let's begin. First up I have is Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever. I do have a Ted Nugent album, which is a live album, but I wanted a studio album. So yeah, here is the gatefold. It's on Epic. I only know Cat Scratch Fever, but I think that would get me demonetized. Well, even though I'm actually not monetized, but you didn't mean to see that. That was just the back cover. Next I have is Metallica, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. This is from 2016, their latest one. When will they make another album? I don't know. Hopefully they will, because Metallica is my favorite heavy metal band. They're my 3rd favorite band of all time. Here's one of the records. Comes with lyric sheet. I'll show you that. There's the first one, which is pretty much snapshots of the album cover. I love that cover. And this is a pretty good album. So, yeah. And I actually have another Metallica album in this stack. And this is one of my favorites. And this is Injustice for All. Alright, apart from Diver's Eye and The Frayed Ends of Sanity 4, the whole album was just fantastic. Blackened, Justice for All, Eye of the Beholder, One, Shorter Straw, Harvester of Soul, Till Live Is to Die. It's just a kick butt album. And here is the lyric sheet. And here's one of the records, because this is a double album. This originally came out in 1988, but mine's a 2018 reissue for the 30th anniversary. And mine did came with a download code, but I'm in a rush, so I'm not going to show you that. Next is my first Green Day vinyl record. I am a massive Green Day fan. They're my top 10 favorite bands. They have Dookie. Of course, this is a classic album. I mean, great songs like Longview, Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case, She, FOD, When I Come Around. Yeah, it's a good one. And comes with a little insert. And this is a 2009 reissue, and the record is on Reprise. Still want American Idiot, because American Idiot is my favorite Green Day album, and I do have it on CD. And I also have this on CD as well. Same with Injustice for All. Then I have a few ZZ Top albums. This one's an original. This is Real Great Mud from 1972. And this one came with advertisements for their albums, and it's actually a bunch of Rolling Stones albums. And yeah, there's a song London. because that's the label they were originally on. I am a fan of ZZ Top. So, yeah. And then the other's a German reissue. This is the Guelo. I don't know any songs on them, but I just got it because they were ZZ Top. Here is the sleeve. Record. 1979 was when this originally. I don't know if it's a reissue or not. I'll have to look up on Discogs or something. But it came with this, which I like. It's got advertisements for other albums. Yeah. And the only CD is actually a CD single, and this is Coldplay, Speed of Sound, with the B-sides of Things I Don't Understand and Proof. All really good songs. Coldplay is my favorite band. And Speed of Sound is one of my favorite Coldplay songs, definitely. And then we have a bunch of cassettes. So, let's begin. I got Pat Benatar's Tropico. The only song I know on this album is We Belong, but I am a Pat Benatar fan. I have the soundtrack to Dirty Dancing. Good soundtrack. Still have not seen the movie. And this is a homemade tape. It's got Bonnie Tyler and Stevie Nicks. Now, I'm not a fan of Bonnie Tyler, but I'm a fan of Stevie Nicks. Hootie and the Blowfish, Crack Rear View. This one's I was excited. Genesis, Invisible Touch. I do. This is probably my first or second favorite Genesis album. I am a Phil Collins Genesis guy, but Peter Gabriel stuff is good too. Just forget what I said in the past about the Peter Gabriel era. If you watch videos from last year, if I talked about Genesis. Paula Abdul, Forever Your Girl. This is the only good album by her. After that, she didn't release that good albums. To me, the 80s female pop stuff, like, I have lost interest in Madonna and Whitney Houston. No disrespect to her, but not a big fan. And who else? Cyndi Lauper. Most lost interest in those. But I do like Paula Abdul's first album. I had the Eagles, Hell Freezes Over. It's like their comeback album. I think this was the only hard rock and like metal, like something that's like close to hard rock and metal, which I'm really into. I mean, I love a lot of these, but I'm mainly into hard rock and metal and stuff. And this is Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation. Favorite Aerosmith album from the 80s. I got Billy Joel and Island Curtain. This is a good one. Another homemade tape. This time it's Fleetwood Mac. Then I have another Billy Joel. This is the greatest hits. Crap, sorry. Just dropped it. But it's got a bunch of great songs. It's got like everything from Piano Man all the way up to Saint Innocent Man. Around that era. I have Rod Stewart, Out of Order. But I think the only song I know on here is let's see, Forever Young. Why am I going brain dead? Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Still need it on vinyl. I mean, it's ridiculous that I do not have it on vinyl. But classic album. A lot of people love it. I do. Lana Miles, again, just like Paula Abdul. The only good album she made. And I think this is her only famous album. We, of course, has the album that has Black Velvet on it. I got Hall & Oates, H2O. You guys know I'm a Hall & Oates fan. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. I do have this on vinyl. Now I have the cassette. This is a great album. Jefferson Starship, Wind of Change. This one does not have a case, sadly, but it's one of my favorite artists. This is David Bowie. Let's Dance. Got Stevie Nicks, Rock a Little. Of course, as I Can't Wait on it, which is a great song. Men at Work, Business as Usual. They had other cassettes, like, well, I'll tell you, but yeah. But it's a great album. I mean, of course, you got, like, Land Down Under, which I am sick of that song. But the whole album is just great. Billy Joel, 52nd Street. Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life. And now I got the Mulan soundtrack. Yeah. And it is one of my favorite Disney movies, actually. So, great. So yeah, that should be good to listen to. Tina Turner, Private Dancer. I do like some Tina Turner. Like the 80s Tina Turner. This one I was also excited. The Cars, Heartbeat City. This is my favorite Cars album. As you saw in my tribute to Rick Ocasek video, I said this was my favorite Cars album. So yeah. Still is. Even though I have not listened to it in a while, still is. REO Speedwagon, The Hits. This is another one I was excited for. I do have an REO Speedwagon cassette, which is high in fidelity, but that is, like, damaged. And I didn't realize it was damaged until I got it home. I got Stevie Nicks, The Wild Heart. Stand Back is on this one. Phil Collins, But Seriously. Do have it on vinyl and CD. It's not a cassette. Another homemade tape. This time it's Bruce Springsteen. Then I have another soundtrack. But it's in this little thing. Let me take it out real quick. And this is the Pocahontas soundtrack. Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits. Do have it on CD. This, I've actually never listened to stuff by him. I mean, of course I know him as an actor because he's huge. But I never listened to music from him. And that's Bruce Willis, The Return of Bruno. So yeah, I'll have to give this a listen. Steve Winwood, Roll With It. Tina Turner, Break Every Rule. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. Phil Collins, Face Value. 38 Special, Rock and Roll Strategy. This one's I was also excited for. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. Of course, favorite Bruce Springsteen album. And the last one is Flashdance, What a Feeling. Now, there's some stuff I didn't show you. Like, one I already had. I already have a copy of this. But this is Phil Collins, No Jacket Required. But there are other cassettes, like there was like the Dixie Chicks. And there was others I didn't show you. Like, that I'm not a big fan of. Like, there's like Garth Brooks and stuff. Not a big fan of those artists because they're like country. I'm not that big into country music. So that is it for this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Peace.